If you have ever felt like life is passing you by and that your dreams after 40 are not valid, I'm here to remind you today on this episode why, for my girls over 40, this is the best season of your life to truly step into your power. Welcome to the Woman Experience. I am so glad you're here. If you have ever felt like life is passing you by and that your dreams after 40 are not valid, I'm here to remind you today on this episode why, for my girls over 40, this is the best season of your life to truly step into your power. I have a soft spot for my girls over 40 because, in a very selfish way, that's where I am. That's a season of my life, and that's how I started this channel, because I feel I am just getting started. Women over 40 are out here reinventing their lives, their careers, they are starting businesses. Some are finding love, and they're just proving that in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond, they can truly be the most powerful years of your life. And I want to tame your mind, because more often than not, we feel like the opportunities, the best years are gone. And so when they say life begins at 40, I truly do believe it. And while this is dedicated, this particular episode, to my girls over 40, this is also for anyone who is even in their 30s and wants to start living a life that honors them. So number one, you know what serves you and what doesn't. This is the thing that happened when I turned 40. I was done with the nonsense. Excuse my little English. I was done with the excuses. I was done with things that were not aligning with me, because you have spent your years, 20, 30s, figuring out what aligns and doesn't align with you. So you know what works and what doesn't. You know what drains you and what gives you joy. So no more toxic friendships for you. You know jobs that make you dread to begin your Mondays. No more saying yes out of guilt. People pleasers in the house. I was one of them. And so this is a powerful time in your life, because when you are clear about what doesn't serve you, you start making space for the things that serve you. And girl, you know also what energizes you. You know how you truly want to spend your days and your times doing. And that, my friends, I would say, is freedom. Because you're now free, because you have, it's like a badge of honor from your 20s and 30s. And I love that freedom. So number one, you know what aligns with you and what doesn't. Number two, you are in the pinnacle of your expertise. Here is the thing. You've spent the last 10, 15, 20 plus years in business, in careers. Some of you are raising families, managing a home, navigating life's challenges. And guess what? That experience for me is pure gold. And this is why most women who are deliberate about their growth, about keeping doing better, they normally will find success later in their life, in their 40s, 50s, 60s. We have so many examples, because they have accumulated all of this expertise in the things that they truly know how to do. So your 40s is when you truly own your expertise. So you're not just good at what you do, you are exceptional. And I believe that. You could, in fact, do it with your eyes closed. I was just realizing that as a mother of 3, nothing phases me now much about motherhood as opposed to when I began. Why? Because I'm definitely a better mother than I was in my 30s. And so that's the case across business, across careers. And the bonus point is, the world actually does need what you have to offer. And so step up, girl. We need you. If you're the best at homemaking, let us know your tricks and trades so you are in the best prime and of your career, business, whatever. The other third thing that I believe 40s are the best, you've been spending your time serving others. Now it's time for you. Let's be honest. Many women in your younger years, me included, I was busy taking care of everyone else. You have your kids, you are married, or those of you who have parents, colleagues, whatever it is. But there's something that shifts at 40. You start realizing that you also really do matter, that you also count, that what the things that you want to pursue also are important. And it's not selfish, it's necessary. So if you've been waiting for a reason to start focus on your dreams and you as you, I'm talking to you on this camera, please do, because you deserve to put yourself first. And I think here's a beautiful part. When you prioritize yourself, you actually inspire others into action. I remember when I started this YouTube channel, a lot of people were like, oh my God, this has always been you. So people benefit when you step into your power, when you step into the things that you want to do for yourself. And so they'll start cheering you on because they've always seen something in you that was different and that it's time for you to pursue. So mothers, people you've given your life like me and you feel like you never really gave time for yourself, this is your time. The other one is, I think, very crucial, and I think it's number 4. You really have no time to waste. Think about it. In your 20s and your 30s, you were youthful. And I've said so many times on this channel, you realize that in your 40s, time is your most valuable ally. It's your currency. You don't wait for the perfect moment. You start to create it because you realize at 50s, 60s, 70s, the body might not be the same. So you start thinking like, how can I use the best time in the remaining years that God has given me? And every day you're waiting is a day that you could use to build, to create, to try that thing. And in my previous video, I asked, on your dying bed, or when you're 90 years old, if you look back and reflect, what did I do with my life? What will that answer be? So your 40s for me is the best time to start. The other one I think for 40s is the best time of your life is that reinventing yourself is easier than ever. Like, I started my YouTube channel at 39, just a year before I turned 40. Once upon a time, there was a time when society made women feel like you had a strict timeline. So you go to school, you get married, you have kids, and then you retire. That's no longer happening. Because we have so much exposure, we are realizing now and we are seeing that today women are starting new careers at 45. They are going back to school. They are launching businesses even at 60. One of the women that really inspire me is Viola Davis. You might know her, one of the most accomplished actresses of our time. She didn't become a household name until like in her 40s. So success, having an impact, leveling up and being your best version literally has no time limit. And you know what you have to lose? Nothing. Which brings me to the next point. You now have a new relationship with fear. I think at 40, something starts to shift. Fear stops controlling you as much as it used to. At least it did for me. I wasn't held so much by people's opinions, ideas, and thoughts because you have gone through the challenges. And yet, girl, you are still here. You are here and we want to hear from you. So in your 20s and your 30s, fear of failure can be very debilitating. It defines you. What will people think? But at 40, you start to realize, oh my God, despite all of the things I was afraid, I am still alive. I am still here. Nothing has changed and it's time for me to start focusing on me. And so you start to trust yourself a little bit more. And I think that makes you unstoppable. So you have a new relationship with fear, one that says, I'm going to stare at you in the face, but yet I'm going to do it because literally I have no time to waste. Which brings me to the next one. You have built more meaningful, deeper relationships. At least I want to think that you have, because now you have outgrown a lot of the shallow connections, things that don't serve you. You don't waste time with the things that drain you. You are choosing, I would say, depth, quality, and alignment over fickle, relationships. So now, because you're surrounded with the love of people who really inspire you, who lift you up, who make you feel like you can be anything, please anchor on those relationships so that in your 40s, they are pushing you, they're inspiring you to be the best version of yourself. And so that you begin to live a life that only you can design. So anchor yourself on these meaningful relationships that you've built over time. Is it your spouse? Is it your mom? Is it your sister? Whoever it is. So this year, we also want to build our confidence and our independence. And I feel like also women are over 40, and this is another thing, we have learned to manage our finances better. We've become better at knowing what you want out of money. So right now in your 40s, you're probably thinking about financial security. You're thinking about investments. You're thinking about how can I gain wisdom so that I'm able to just push myself financially a little bit better. So today I want to encourage you, if you are over 40, financially you're in the best shape because you don't need to ask anyone for permission for how you spend your money. And that's why I think the 40s are such a fabulous time for you to just step ahead and think about what serves you. So I hope today I've given you a couple of reasons, from your finances to your new relationship with fear to everything. You are just in the best shape truly. And I have one final thought. The world needs your voice. It needs your gifts. It needs your expertise. It needs your impact, your wisdom, your stories. They are so important, girl. And I will never ever get tired of telling women, start doing the thing that you've always dreamed of. Whether it's mentoring other women, whether it's writing, whether it's cooking, whether it's starting a business, whether it's homemaking, whatever it is, whether it's literally anything that you've always wanted to give to the world, this is your best time. So please don't hold back, because you know that thing that you have always wanted to do, that thing, I'm looking at you in the camera, the best time to start was yesterday. And you know what the next best time is? Girl, it's now. It's now. We are not wasting time, especially for my girls over 40. What is the one thing that you are ready to chase? What's the one dream that you're going to start with today? I've given you enough reasons why you are in the best shape of your life to do so, and I really do hope that you do. This was a very powered, fast-paced one, and I wanted it so that it can push you into action. Please start now, girl. If you are over 40, let me know in the comments what I might have missed. What do you think is at 40 makes you now so unstoppable that you are in the best shape of your life to begin your dream life? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next episode. Please do share, subscribe. It tells the algorithm that we're onto something here. And if you know any woman who is on their leveling up journey, who wants to grow, who wants to be good at, self-mastery, personal development, please join the tribe and we'll be happy to have you. Until next time, bye.